What is the purpose of work post-pandemic? What is the purpose of work during a time of the Great Resignation? Hi, everyone. My name is Dominique Narciso, and I'm a certified high-performance coach, author, and speaker. And in this episode, I want to share with you a few ideas to think about in your life, in your career, in your organization. If you lead a team, if you're a business owner, think about the purpose of work today. Think about the purpose of work for different kinds of people in your organization. You know, work traditionally has provided financial security and benefits. However, in this day and age, in this new generation, I'm a millennial, so I'm totally on that. I want to make an impact. I want to make a contribution. I really, really believe in that. It's not just about the finances anymore and the money. It's also about these 4 other elements, and I'll share it with you right now. The first is work satisfies an intrinsic motivation. Work satisfies an intrinsic motivation. So intrinsic meaning you just enjoy doing that work. Like you love doing it. It brings you happiness. It brings you positivity. It brings you inspiration and motivation. You just do it. And so work satisfies intrinsic motivation. So ask yourself, does my work satisfy what I enjoy doing? And if it doesn't, do I have another outlet to do that in? I can easily think of, the person that always wanted to be in a rock band. And maybe they cannot be a rock star for their profession, but they do make that time in their day to practice on their guitar, to hang out with the band, to play, at a local restaurant. And so that intrinsic motivation has to be part of your work or your after work. If you're a hustler and, you're doing your blog or you have another thing that you do, other gigs, what is the intrinsic motivation that is driving you to do that? All right. The second is belonging. The purpose of work should provide a sense of belonging. So whatever you end up choosing to do with your time, with your energy, with your resources, do you feel like you belong in that organization, or you belong in that industry, or you belong in that business? Do you feel that sense of community there? Do you identify with the people around you? It's so important because human beings, we're community driven. We want to feel connected. We wouldn't survive if we didn't belong to a group. So do you feel that sense of belonging at work? And if you're a leader or a business owner, are you creating that sense of belonging at work? Are you creating that company culture that is inclusive and, provides that sense of camaraderie with each other? I'll give you a quick story of my first few days as a Peace Corps volunteer, flying to Washington, D.C. from California with my backpack and my bags and everything, and meeting for the first time, over 80 Peace Corps volunteers that I would become lifelong friends with. And within those first couple of weeks of being in the Peace Corps, I instantly knew that I belonged because the mission, the vision, the values, it was all aligned. I'm a child of the post 9/11 crowd, that felt this need and this urge to serve. And I joined the Peace Corps. That was my way of giving back to my country. And when I did, I knew that I belonged to that mission and I served it well. My 27 months in Costa Rica were amazing. And my friends, the friends that I made, to this day, we still call each other because we are so connected to that mission. To this day, I still talk about the Peace Corps because I felt like I belonged. So, do you feel like you belong in your company, in your business? And if you're a leader in your company or business, do you create that sense of belonging for everyone? All right. Number 3 is growth. Growth. Are there professional development opportunities and personal development opportunities in your company or in your business? Do you have that opportunity to grow yourself, not just in your skill set, but in your mindset? And that's where the personal development work comes in. Do you have that opportunity to grow your mindset, to think about your aspirations, to grow into that person you want to become? Does your job or career serve as a platform for that? When I think about all of my past jobs and my past roles, when I think about it collectively, like, gosh, one job really taught me about process. Another job taught me about networking. Another job taught me about presentation. And then when I think about stacking all those experiences, like, I've been in training for this particular career for over a decade. But I am who I am because I've had all of those professional development opportunities. But the thing that shifted for me, and I hope this hits home for everybody, and why I even have this podcast, is that the personal development work is what changes the game. It's when you get so clear and so deep and so connected to your own personal life mission, the choices that you make for work, the choices that you make for relationships, the choices that you make for the activities that you do, it all just flows. And so within your work environment, are there personal development opportunities? And if there isn't, I suggest, asking your boss or asking, someone within the HR system, like, is there a way for you to grow in your personal development? I mean, this is what I do for my business. I help people grow in their performance by digging into these life themes. It's not just about your career. It's also about how you're showing up as a parent, how you're showing up as, a contributor in your community, how you're showing up in your finances, in your health, in your energy. It's all connected. It's not just all about work, but it's holistic. And so you have to look at your life holistically so that everything gets aligned. The purpose of your work is aligned with your bigger vision. It all makes sense. And when that all starts to happen, it's like, yeah, you can start leading. And so my fourth insight is having the vision to lead one day. Having the vision to lead one day. When you're doing the work that you do and you go into the office or you go into your Zoom meeting, one of the things that I hope you have in your environment are leaders that reflect you and leaders that live the mission, that walk the walk, that are committed to higher purpose, that are committed to your growth, that are committed to developing and bringing hungry, ambitious, hardworking people up the ranks. So do the leaders reflect you? And do they walk the walk? Because when you have all those elements that I just mentioned, first is intrinsic motivation, second is belonging, the third is growth, not just professional growth, but personal growth opportunities. And then fourth, a vision to lead one day. When you have all of those four elements aligned, work takes on so much more meaning. You're so committed to the vision and to why you're there, why you're working. I mean, we spend most of our adult lives working. So does your leadership reflect you? And can you see yourself leading one day? Really ask yourself that. Because if you don't, then you might want to seek another organization. Or if you're a leader and you see there's all of these potential leaders, bring them up. Bring them up, teach them, mentor them, show them how to do it, show them how to lead. This generation of post-pandemic workforce, there's a lot of options these days, a lot of options to make money. People can work a traditional job, you can work in the gig economy, you can start your own business. And so I hope this episode inspired you to think more deeply about the purpose of work and what role it plays in your life. and also the purpose of work and what role it plays in the lives of the people that you lead. So again, I'll repeat those 4 elements: intrinsic motivation, belonging and community, personal growth opportunities, as well as professional growth opportunities, and a vision to lead one day. So when you have all those 4 elements, work becomes much more meaningful to you. Work becomes much more meaningful to your team members, because one day they want to lead. One day they want to take the reins. They want to be challenged. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you subscribe to the Positive Success Show. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Remember to be bold, be positive, take action every day.